Now, as my brothers read in the book of Samuel, 2 Samuel chapter 9 verse 13, it is the last verse. It is the last verse in that chapter. But if you go back where the chapter began, I'm requesting my brother to read this chapter, verse 1. Read for us verse 1.
Okay. Verse 1.
Yes.
And David said, Is there yet any that is left of the house of Saul, that I may show him kindness for Jonathan's sake?
Is there anyone left? Is there anyone left? David was asking. If you read through this chapter, to cut the story short, David, he already settled as a king. But now he remembers that since God has blessed him, he must also bless others. Now David is asking, in the favor of, so is there anyone left? If you go further, there's a servant who answered, the servant who was the servant of Saul, Ziba. Ziba said, yes, there's somebody. Somebody where David wanted to know if there's any. Now he is where? If you read, go on verse 3.
And the king said, Is there not yet any of the house of Saul, that I may show the kindness of God unto him? And Ziba said unto the king, Jonathan has yet a son who is lame on his feet.
Jonathan, who is what? Who is lame. Jonathan had a son who is lame. And this son, if you go further, this servant is explaining where the son is. Now that's my major focus. Where was the son? Verse 4, it says,
Verse 4, And the king said unto him, Where is he? And Ziba said unto the king, Behold, he is in the house of Mashir, the son of Amiel, in Lodebar.
He, the son of Jonathan, if you read the Bible, or if you are a Bible scholar, Jonathan was a friend to David. In fact, nowadays we call it best friend. Now, but if you know, I'm sure all of you know the story. Jonathan died with his father. Now, in dying with his father, David remembers that Jonathan was my friend. Now I need to do a favor to Saul, or to the lineage of Saul, in favor to Jonathan. By God's grace, Jonathan had a son. Now, this son was lame. Underline the word, was lame. Now, and another thing, the son was in Lodebar, in the house of Mashir, who is in Amiel, but the place is Lodebar. Now, Lodebar, to explain Lodebar was a town in Galilee, east of the Jordan River. Its Hebrew name is often interpreted to mean no pasture, no word, no thing. Just it was desolate, barren, a place of nothing. The son of Jonathan was in the place of nothing. Nothing comes out of Lodebar, which you can say it is good. Lodebar is the place whereby, nowadays we have what kind of places? The places you know, that nothing in this world which can be better or which is good coming from that place. That was Lodebar. Lodebar was a place, if you say, it is where every kind of rubbish is thrown. That was the place of Mephibosheth, the son of Jonathan, who was once a prince of a king. But now the grandson of the king is in Lodebar. Now, by the grace of God, David remembers the friendship they had. That yes, I've become successful, but beyond my prosperity, there is somebody who was behind me. Remember, Jonathan saved the life of David. Now, if you read through this story, according to me, this story shows us the story of redemption or the story of salvation. That's wherefore, by the way, I named my lesson or this topic, albeit I am crippled. Why I say so? If you read this story, Mephibosheth was lame. Now you can say, a son of the prince of the king, how did he become lame? So was never lame. There was no blood of lameness in the family. Read 2 Samuel, verse 4. 2 Samuel, chapter 4, verse 4.
And Jonathan, Saul's son, had a son that was lame in his feet. He was 5 years old when the tidings came of Saul and Jonathan out of Jezreel, and his nurse took him up and fled. And it came to pass, as she made haste to flee, that he fell and became lame, and his name was Mephibosheth.
This son was properly, or in a proper way, he was properly textured. He had no lameness on his body. But when the chaos, those wars which made the destruction of Saul came in, remember, all the family of Saul had to be destroyed, annihilated on the surface of the earth. But this servant of Saul wanted to save. He wanted to save. Now, in trying to save the life of the young boy, in rushing, trying to do better, so that the life of the boy can become better or can be saved, that's when the problem began. Trying to save. The boy fell down. In falling down, that's why the boy became lame, whereby that lame was not going to be healed. It was going to be on that boy till death. Now, I remember I told you, this story teaches us the story of salvation. If you read the Bible, the serpent or Satan was like trying to save man. The serpent or the Satan, the devil, wanted, like, in his language was like, let me save you from your burden. And that's when we landed into lameness. Whereby some of us, if not by God's grace, it's going to be upon us till death. We have a lameness of sin. We have a lameness of poverty. We have a lameness of sickness. We have a lameness of financial issues. All that because somebody wanted to save. Now, you might say people are bad. People are evil. Satan is devil. You might be in the life whereby to be in that life, let me say, you might be in Lodebar right now. But when you yourself, you are not the one who placed yourself in Lodebar. You are ineligible of faith. You are ineligible of sin. You are ineligible of finance. You are ineligible of academic issues. But there's somebody behind your back who wanted you to be saved. He wanted to simplify things. Cutting shortcuts in life. Now, right now, I'm telling you, me and you, we are ineligible. My brother, my sister. And this somebody might not be another person or the devil. Some of us, we are the servants who placed ourselves ineligible. You yourself, you are the problem who placed in another problem. You become the problem yourself. You are here blaming others. You are there blaming this one. Yet the mistake or the problem is with you. But I want to tell you good news. There is a king. For his grace, for his love, is looking to save you. There is a king. In the story, we learn that the king was David, who wanted to save the son of Jonathan. Now, cut the story, place it on yourself. There's a king, and this king is not just a minor worldly king. These kings we know. He is the King of Kings, who is willing to save you from Lodebo. Whatever Lodebo you are in, my brother, my sister, my mother, my father, there is a king yearning, calling to save you from Lodebo. It's upon you. The Bible tells us clearly that for God so loved the world that he gave his only son to save those who believe shall be saved. Now you might say, what can I do? What can I put in action to be saved? My brother, all was done for you. My sister, God did everything for you to be saved. The only qualification he gives you, just believe. Have faith in me. The rest you are confused of. Now if I want to be saved, or if I want to change this, I have to sacrifice this. I have to sacrifice my family. I have to sacrifice my business. I'm telling you, the way was created for you. The king fought for you. The only thing he's telling you, or the only thing he wants, is there anyone willing to be saved? If you go further in that story, they found this child. They brought the child. The child felt like, I am unworthy to stand in this place. I am unworthy to be in this palace. I am unworthy to be in this city. I am unworthy to be before you. As we all are, we are. We are all unworthy to stand before God. We have nothing which can put us in shoes that can enable us to stand before God. But I tell you, it is in Matthew. No, it is in John 3:17. John 3:17 says, for God sent not his Son into the world to condemn the world, but that the world through him might be saved. He that believes on him is not condemned, but he that believes not is condemned already. You are still ineligible of faith. You are still ineligible of sin because you have not yet believed. Because the Bible is very clear. Whoever believes in Jesus Christ will be saved because the battle was fought for you. What you couldn't do, what possibly tells us what the law couldn't accomplish, it was accomplished through Jesus Christ. It's only you to believe. Today I want to tell you the truth about salvation or about God. That whoever, for those who have faith in God, like it or not, albeit they are crippled, albeit they cannot help themselves, they are going to sit on the table of the King. Me, albeit I am crippled financially, I am crippled spiritually, I am crippled physically, anything, but I'm going to be on the table of the King. What of you? Are you ready? In your lameness, Mephibosheth was lame. In fact, he had no hope. As for us, when Adam sinned, there was no hope for human race to be saved. Till Jesus died, till the plan of redemption was revealed. That's when the hope came in, that we have hope to be saved or to have another life. But the moment sin came in, we had no hope. We were in the place called Ledebo, a place of nothingness, a place of desolation, a place of distress, a place of, I don't know what to say. Even right now. Now I want to tell you, you must be saved. You must be here enjoying, I'm an Adventist, me, I will go to heaven, I'm saved. My brother, you also have a task to do. You are here seated. You are there where you are, wherever you are seated. But through you, there's somebody who is called Mephibosheth outside. There is somebody outside who needs to be called out of Lodebo. And you are the king God is using to save that person. But you are here seated. My message today is, as the year has ended, yes, we believe, but how many Mephibosheths have you saved from Lodebo? Yes, I'm crippled, albeit I'm crippled, but how many other lame people have I saved spiritually? How many other lame people have I saved spiritually, physically, financially, health-wise? Some of us are jubilating. We have achieved. Now my business have expanded. Now I have a PhD. Now I have what? My brother, my sister. Those are nothing. Because your major purpose for you to be alive today or to be in this world is evangelism. God called you for you to call others. He doesn't care how many PhDs you have. Moses achieved it all. But the call of Moses wasn't in being the general. The call of Moses wasn't in being the prince of an empire. It was in saving the children of God from their bondage. Your call today, you might be an engineer like me. You might be whatever in your field you are, an accountant. Your purpose to be an accountant is to save those who are in that field. You are an electrician. Your purpose is to save those who don't know Christ, who don't know God, but they are in electricity. Mephibosheths are many today who need to be called, and you are the King David just seated. It is high time to act. It is high time for us to wake up, to save Mephibosheths who are around us. They might not be far, because even Jesus, in sending his disciples, didn't say, you go far to preach. No, instead he started his testaments by saying, start in Jerusalem, Judea. It means start from home. How many Mephibosheths do you have in your house? Do you have in your village? Do you have in your city? Do you have wherever you are? But you are seated. It's high time for us to act. It is high time for us to save people from the labor of sin, people from the labor of knowledge, people from the labor of finance, people from the labor of health. Little is much when God is in it. My prayer to you is you to have faith in God so that God can use you to save others. The blessings you are enjoying, there is somebody who is yearning to enjoy at least one. For you are complaining, I don't have this, yet you have a car. I don't have this, yet you are in a church. I'm not an elder, yet you are already a deacon. There is somebody who is yearning just to sit there behind where the truth is. There is somebody there out yearning to listen to the word. Somebody is yearning to hear a word of comfort. But you are here still. My prayer to you is, pray to God to give you courage. Pray to God as the year is ending. By 2026, at least you have your Mephibosheths around you. I don't care whether they are 1, 2, 3. But at least you have, even if you don't have, but at least you did something to save somebody in his or her field, in his or her labor. This suffering we are suffering. You might say, I'm suffering. I can't help, I can't do anything. I can't do nothing. Like, I'm unable. I'm not a preacher. I can't sit on the pulpit. I'm not a pastor. I'm not an elder. But I want to tell you, it is through much tribulation we are to enter into the kingdom of God. The word tribulation comes from tribulum. You are going to be oppressed. You are going to be squeezed. Like the stones which were used to build the temple. They were trimmed. They were sharp. They faced every kind of pain for them to be able to stand on the temple. There is no stone which was molded on the temple. There is no person who is going to be molded in heaven. The field is here. And one of the tools God is using is you. I want to end this by saying, let